Hi, everyone. Welcome to ThriveCycle. I'm Heidi Marlinghaus. I'm the social emotional learning and behavior change strategist, as well as the lead facilitator here. And today we're going to provide a space for you to learn more about our ThriveCycle program. And I have a slide deck for you to follow along. So let's get that going. All right. So we'll learn a little more about what this program is about, what we're not doing, and how it's about recovering differently. Uh, and let's just take a dive in. We'll be about 30 minutes here. We have a agenda that kind of shows us the key points that we'll be talking about today. And I want you to know that we're really working on not overwhelming you with more information, but creating a space for repeatable action so that you can have real change and real recovery from burnout. So, how the program works is there are 6 modules that cover 6 months worth of time. So, each module has a different focus, and it's done with an online platform. So there'll be some interaction online as well as some interaction face to face via Zoom, like we are here today. Um, it's a cohort-based program, so we put groups of people together. So the month that you start, that's your cohort. So if you start in June, you're in the June cohort, and there will be opportunities for you to interact and connect with other people within your cohort. And we'll go over that in more detail later. Uh, we have a facilitated session with a live facilitator, such as myself, at the very beginning of each module, at the beginning of each month. And that kicks off our module. And that's a space for us to connect with one another, talk about what's working, what's not working, how this shows up in our daily lives, and also to learn a little more about burnout. Because when we have that piece of education, it really helps us figure out how to make decisions and how to do things differently than we have been trying in the past. Um, this is a month-to-month participation over the course of that 6 months. So when you sign up, you're signing up for a total of 6 months. And I believe that that's billed 1 month at a time, but you're still committing to the full 6 months because there's a progression to that. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So in this platform with ThriveCycle, we support our members in creating small behaviors. So there's these daily habits that you'll be creating. They're very small and they just create a slight tweak or slight shift for you uh, and allow you to have that recovery. As I mentioned, this is a program that is focused on progression. So each module builds upon the last module. So in module 1, we really focus on stress and how do we manage our stress? How do we regulate that stress? In module 2, we're looking at our wide range of emotions and how they affect what we think and what we do, and how we can work with those emotions to guide us into better decisions and habits that will be more supportive. Module 3 focuses on boundaries, both for ourselves and how we interact with others. Module 4 is around how do we maintain a level of focus, because when we are dealing with burnout, focus is one of those things that dissipates. Module 5 is about finding meaning in our daily lives and the interactions we have, because again, with burnout, sometimes we lose that sense of meaning around things. And in module 6, we will be integrating all the things that we've learned over the course of the previous modules and how we can continue that to continue our growth and work through our daily lives. So the way our platform works is the ThriveCycle program Participants will choose one small habit each month, and we do that during that live Thrive session at the beginning of the month. So it's really important that you show up there and you log into your account through ThriveCycle. You'll be choosing one small habit, and then you will also select how often you want reminders to check in on that habit. Um, and these reminders can be done through email. You can choose text messaging or WhatsApp. So if you don't like them coming through email, you have some other options. And this is where you will finally start to feel and see your daily progress, because there will be data that's collected when you interact with our platform and you do your check-in. It will track your progress and you'll be able to see your growth in there, not just from day to day, but also over the course of each month and over the course of the entire program. So one of the things that we support with is taking the BAT-4. The BAT-4 is the burnout assessment tool, and it measures different levels of where you might be feeling your burnout. So this is a tool that helps us see how stress is showing up with our energy, with our focus, with our emotions, and even our sense of connection to work or our daily tasks. Some of us have office jobs, some of us have jobs in our homes, and some of us have a variety of things that create other tasks. All of that is considered our work. So there are no right or wrong answers on the BAT, but this is just a way to really assess where you are today and right now. So we're going to ask that you pause this video and you can use this QR code to log in. If you get an oops message and it says go to your dashboard, that simply means that you just need to log into your ThriveCycle account. And if you haven't set up an account yet, this is a good time to set one up. You just put in your email and you choose a password and you'll be in for the ThriveCycle account. And this BAT-4 will take you about 5-ish minutes to complete. And we'll be able to use our program to analyze that and send the results back to you in a few days. So be sure that you've logged in to the ThriveCycle account or platform so that you can get into this. And we'll pause the video here. All right, welcome back from the BAT-4. I hope that that was something that was useful to you, even in answering some of those questions. We often find that we're starting to build awareness. And we'll be sure to send you that information from the results of the BAT-4 in a few days. And this is the beginning of measuring your progress over time. So when you sign up for our full program, you'll start to see the changes, and at the very end of the program, we will retake the BAT-4 and see the difference. So going into our monthly sessions, we want you to know that this is not something you're doing alone. These are interactive. I did mention that there is some education, but it's not a lecture-based situation. This is really where we provide you some information, and then there's conversation between you and your other cohort members. And this is where insight turns into application. Another way that we create connection is through Thrive Buddies, because we know that change happens faster together. People who build habits with others are more likely to succeed. We've seen that in the data, and we've created a few ways for people to connect with each other through each month of those Thrive sessions. We have the monthly Thrive sessions so that you can connect in person, or at least face to face, with your facilitator and the people in your group, having conversations around how this aspects of burnout show up in your life, and also how the tools that we've provided and these habits that you've chosen are showing up in your life as well, and how you might be seeing changes. In addition to that, we have a WhatsApp group, and that WhatsApp group will allow you to connect with the entire ThriveCycle community as well as your individual cohort. And that way you can, pop in some successes or some wins, pop in some questions, or just say hello to connect to others. It's not something that you have to do, it's just something that we encourage you to do. And in these interactions, you will find others that you feel like you really connect with, or maybe they have um, a way of handling their burnout, and you're like, ooh, I want to learn more about that. I like the way they're doing that. I think that could help me in my life. When you find somebody like that, it's up to you to ask them to be your buddy. And that way you'll have somebody to go on this journey with. And you can ask them for their phone number, either in the Thrive session or in the WhatsApp. You can private message them and take it offline and have weekly interactions with them. And this is a way for you to really have somebody along that journey with you, as we know that supports your success in this program. Again, it is optional, however, right? But we do encourage it. And so I mentioned the WhatsApp community, and that also is optional. It's a very low pressure way for you to do light connections between the Thrive sessions in your cohort. You can just do a quick check-in from time to time, or you could read what other people have to say, and you don't have to keep up on a daily basis. We really want you working at your own pace. You don't need to do everything at once. And you don't have to do it all every day. As often as possible, great. And as often as you think about it, wonderful. But this program, ThriveCycle, is designed to be light and supportive. It's designed to be able to make new habits that are short and quick habits each day that integrate into your life, because we know you're already feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. We don't need to add big things onto your plate, right? We just need to make some small shifts so that you can recover and feel that change. So as we're closing out this session, I want you to think about, what is one small shift that you would like to have more of in your life? What's one thing that you would like to see different, so that it might support you? Go ahead and pause the video and take a minute to think about that. Perhaps even journal on that. All right, welcome back. So this is how change happens, right? We don't have to do everything. We just have to begin. And if you haven't already joined ThriveCycle, one of the cohorts, we would love to have you join us. Go onto our website and take a look at where which next cohort might be best for you. We do them on a monthly basis. We start at the beginning of each month. And so see if there's one that works for you. And if you don't see the time slot that really fits your lifestyle, feel free to message us at our hello@thrivecycle.com and give us some ideas about some time slots that might be more beneficial to you. And we'll see if we can create a cohort around that. All right. Thank you for being with us today, and we really appreciate you being here.